It all begins with a casual discussion I had with my 5-year-old daughter. Since she started school, her mother and I have been eager for news about what happened during her days. We went from knowing how many poops she produces a day to literally nothing. So that day, I tried something. I thought that maybe if I tell her about my days at work, she would probably imitate and give me something in exchange. This is how I started to talk to my 5-year-old daughter as she were my shrink. Suddenly, I realized that she was genuinely curious about what I do for a living. So a cool game started between the two of us. We began building a game design document by just discussing it together. We did it one day, and then another, and another, until it became a habit between us. We started talking about a dragon that she decided to name Daisy, just like the princess in Mario. Or maybe it's me who just suggested this name. I don't remember honestly. Have you ever challenged the imagination of a 5-year-old? It's limitless, truly. I saw that I would be proud to make this game happen. It would be awesome. Imagine you're 5-year-old and you build a game with your father? Really? I would be a hero in our world forever with this. One night, I had trouble falling asleep and I was recalling a discussion I had with a game designer who told me, "You should build a game that is emotionally related to you." And then I told myself, my daughter's game is perfect. Being a gamer for a long time now, while Ella is not yet, I needed to bridge her flow of idea with real concepts. It's been a while since I wanted to build a shooting game, something close to the roots of gaming. I wanted to take my daughter's concepts and build a third-person shoot them up with a nice narrative part. But first thing first, we needed to build a gameplay that is fun to play. So early in July of the year 2023, Ella and I were discussing the story being our game. She mentioned a princess fighting against a dragon. Therefore, I asked Ella to draw a princess. She was fascinated by princesses despite my attempts to buy her knight or fireman costumes. Anyway, she started to draw princesses. And look at that princess. Doesn't she look frightening? Okay, look at this one now. You started to get frightened, right? I took high-resolution pictures of her drawing and started by cutting part of it. Then I imported these PNGs to Blender and tried to create a paper 2D character out of it. However, my daughter is not an artist and her drawings are not symmetrical, so I will have to handle it myself. The problem is that I used Blender 5 hours in my whole life. After a few attempts, the result was a nightmare. At that point, I knew that having a 2D character in a 3D world wouldn't work here. I already tried few times to have 2D sprites into a 3D world, and it looks pretty well, but in this case, we needed a properly designed character based on my daughter's drawings. So I started looking for documentation online, or at least, an example. I was definitely not the only one who had that idea. Someone must have tried that before. And actually, yes, someone had tried before. I found a game called Paper Cut Mansion, which is, in my opinion, a true artistic gem. The art direction looks exactly like what I'm trying to accomplish. Paper Cut Mansion is a horror roguelite adventure with a nice touch of puzzles. You play as a detective trying to uncover the secrets of an old manor. The game has been released and published by Thunderful Publishing. It's pretty cool and the art is stunning. It was exactly the kind of things I was trying to accomplish. So I sent him an email. The next day, Gabriele answered me. He even told me that my daughter is very talented. Yeah, I joined some pictures. We scheduled a call and ended up having a really cool conversation about the concept. And at the end of the discussion, he even became interested in joining the team. So I had to explain to Ella that her drawing will not suffer in Gabriele's hands. At first, she was a bit jealous, which made me think that we need to work on that with her mother. But finally, we found a deal where Ella is the concept artist and Gabriele will be the art director. This way, she can give hints about what she has in mind, and Gabriele can actually imagine a cool world with consistency. Gabriele's first contribution was to make the princess a reality, at least in Unreal. In just few days, Gabriele has produced that princess fully rigged and functional in Unreal. I can't wait to show what we've done with this. I want to tell you everything about that story, sharing all the news, both good and bad. This video was just the introduction. The aim of this channel is to transparently share everything that has happened to us since day one, up to the release of the game and beyond. I want to be 100% transparent with you guys. Trust me, it's been a hell of a ride and things have just started.